Welcome back, everyone. It's been a minute, had a couple of months, but we're back with a show I've been looking forward to for a very long time. We have Aetheriality with us today, a metalcore band mostly out of Seattle, from what I know of.
Yeah.
They have their first show on September 3rd, and their first live show, and they'll be pretty busy after that. They'll have they have their first, not their first song, but What Is Going On coming out tomorrow.
Yep.
Or whenever you watch this. It's coming out
Third
August
song.
11th. We'll put the link in, so if you're watching this after August 11th, you can find it there. They're going to be touring with Idle Mind later in September, and then opening for Invent Animate in October.
That's
so
it.
very, very busy starting tomorrow.
Yeah. It's going to be a crazy couple months.
Yeah.
So I know you guys have been working at this for a while, leading up to your first show. So what's kind of been your story from the day you got together, started the band, to now?
Well, it actually started a little bit before me. I kind of joined the band a couple months into its existence because I'd released a solo song that somebody had been kind enough to let me record over something he'd written, and I shared it with Justin. Justin shared it with our old guitarist, who's no longer with us in the band, and the old guitarist was like, "Ooh, I want you as the vocals," and that was back in 2016. So 2016, got together, started writing an EP, finished writing it, never got it fully recorded, and then Nick, our old guitarist, left the band, and Justin and I started working on more stuff in about 2018, and what you're hearing now is what started getting worked on then.
Yes, this has been like a 7-year climb.
Yep.
It's been a
Pretty
long
much.
time.
Yeah.
A lot of like life intervening in the way.
Yeah.
Things started really kicking in about last year, kind of like when I joined, and then it just sailed itself from there.
Okay. And you guys have been able to make a lot of connections with other local bands.
Oh, yeah. I go to a lot of shows.
Yes, you do.
A lot of shows.
There is like a good community here, especially like deep in the heart of the city.
Oh,
of
yeah.
Especially metal and like rock.
Yep.
So why don't you go ahead? I know we skipped this part. Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves and tell everyone what you guys do?
I'm Austin, and I play the bass in the band.
You also do the graphic design and everything
Yes.
because you're so good.
And a lot of
At
the
that.
social media
Yeah.
stuff.
I'm Per. I do all of the vocals and write the words for what you get to hear.
Yeah, I'm Justin, and I play guitar.
You do more than that.
Yeah.
You do so much more than that.
Yeah.
Well,
you
yeah,
do.
we write together, but
do a lot
I
more
play
than that.
guitar.
You still do a lot more than that.
I used to be the drummer though.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You used to drum, and now you play guitar.
Yeah. Once our old guitarist Nick left, I went to college, and one of my buddies sent me with his guitar and told me to learn, and I guess that's when I started writing, and that's the stuff we will be releasing.
Nice.
Have been releasing.
So how did this rendition, like this group, come together? Like, you guys kind of picked up and dropped members along the way. So how did the three of
bit.
you meet up?
So Per and I actually went to the same high school, but we never really knew each other. I knew of him, but never really met him at high school.
Yeah. And we originally had chatted because we were in a different band together, but Justin didn't really participate in much of that one with a couple other friends of ours. And like, I saw Justin was into Periphery because his profile picture on Facebook was 2 members of the band Periphery. And I'm like,
Funny.
oh shit, that's somebody I could get along with really well. And then we like briefly chatted and then didn't really chat again after that for a while. And the band we were in was trying to do like Alice in Chains style stuff, and I was just like not into it. And they were like, you have to play bass and you don't really get to do any of the singing or anything. And I'm like, but that's what I do. That's my thing.
Right.
And so I like ended up getting kicked out of that band because I wasn't contributing. And then eventually hit up Justin with that song and all that. And then a few years later, Austin and I got a little blasted one night, and Austin posted about doing a collaboration for some vocals over something.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
it was a
well, I
song
live
I
really
rocked.
far away because Austin's in California.
Yeah.
And I was like, I live really far away, but I'd love to do something. And then Austin's like, yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. And sent me something, and I like wrote a little bit and recorded it at home over what he had, which is actually going to be one of our future songs. But he heard it, and he's like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then we were talking pretty regularly for like a couple weeks, and then realized, you know, we kind of have the same goals with music and all this stuff. And he was like, why don't I just join your guys' band? And now we're here. Since then, we kind of reconnected with a guitarist that we had worked with for a while, and then we got a drummer, and then that drummer left because we weren't communicating enough with him. And then we got Parker, who is incredible, and like could not have asked for a better group for this.
So Austin, are you like kind of running back and forth right now between today and the dates you guys are going to run, or are you up here
Oh
for a few
yeah.
months, or?
So this is my 4th time flying to Seattle this year.
Mhm.
So I will be back here in the for the show on September 3rd, and then I'll be here as well on the end of the tour, because the first show on the tour is in Sacramento. So I'm just gonna stay there,
Okay.
and then I'll be back again for the Invent Animate show.
Gotcha. So you are going to be doing a lot of back and forth over the
Yeah,
next couple
I've
of months.
been doing that last year too, when we were filming some of the video shots for Drown, and then some practice stuff, and then hang in with the boys.
Nice. Okay. So any plans to move up here anytime soon, or?
It all depends. I mean, I truly love living in California, but I mean, it gives me also a reason to like travel more just by flying up. But I mean, it's something I can see in the future. It just, for myself and personally, it depends.
Okay. So you mentioned how the two of you, Justin and Perry, you guys linked up over a Periphery profile picture. What would you guys say is like your biggest musical influences going into this newest kind of phase of your band?
Well, for me, a lot of what inspires like the songs I like to write is not like necessarily like metal songs, so it could be like a pop song, R&B, or like rock. It's usually not a metal song or like a metal band, but some of my biggest influences are Red. I don't know, Pear, take it away. Give me a second to think.
Well, obviously, you'd probably throw Era and
Yeah.
Periphery in there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, some of my biggest influences, like Linkin Park is the reason I wanted to start making music. Like Chester and Mike were just like an incredible duo of musicians with all of that, and like inspired me to want to learn how to sing properly, and made me want to kind of do some genre blending and whatever, because they did an incredible job with that over a decade of releasing stuff. And then later on it became Crown the Empire inspired me to learn how to scream, and Bless the Fall inspired me to get into like heavier music. And then, I also dip into things like modern pop, like I like Doja Cat. And Justin Timberlake is fantastic and stuff like that. So I try to have a range to draw from for my vocals and singing. And I love hip hop too, like straight up hip hop, not just new metal. Like Joyner Lucas.
Okay.
Love his stuff. So, but what about you, Austin?
I think some inspirations that I kind of grasp up when it comes to like writing is a lot of like newer metalcore, and then a lot of older stuff as well. I started like my foundation of like writing from like older 2000s like rock, so anything from like Breaking Benjamin, 3 Days Grace, in that category.
Same.
And then just stumbled upon like, you know, early Warped Tour stuff. So we're talking like Ask Alexandria, Crown the Empire, Icy Stars. But for me, like as writing has continued into like what I got and I'm older, I think of like rap or pop. I mean, anything from as like, you know, Logic, Eminem, let's see, Travis Scott, anything along those lines. Just something to like balance the, you know, the difference of music, because I feel like at this point music is just kind of the same now, but like making it different is what I like. And that's kind of like what grasped me into joining like Aetheriality, is because like it was different. It was insane, but it was something that like I can't, you know, Pear's vocals is not like something that you can say, oh, this sounds like this. It's not something that you can tell, which is very good.
Yeah. And I mean, to throw some other ones out there, Childish Gambino. Love his stuff. Like everything Austin mentioned, stuff I'm inspired by too.
Would you say like a lot of the non-metal influences you guys have kind of make your way into the music you guys make, or is it kind of just an outsider appreciation?
Oh, they do.
Yeah, definitely.
From the stuff that's coming out as the next, you know, couple months, probably won't be able to tell, but stuff after that, we have basically 2 full albums written and most of it recorded.
Okay.
So
a lot of people I talk to aren't really releasing like albums so much anymore as like just doing song, but just a bunch of singles. Is that kind of the route you guys are gonna take, or are you guys gonna come out with full length albums?
full length albums,
Okay.
for sure. Like we're going the single route to kind of just gain a little bit of following and you know, get our name out there, and then sometime next year we're gonna be releasing a full album, and then after that it's gonna be you know, more and more and more. We have so much to work with and to get people to hear. So
do you guys have like a story, or is there any kind of like narrative connection in any of these albums, or is it just kind of like a collection of just some of your favorite sounds and ideas put together in one?
I mean, Justin has this fun little thing he likes to do. You want to tell him about it? You want to tell him about it?
So for most of the songs, I name the songs just random things sometimes, but
It's very pop punk. Very nice.
yeah, like for example,
And
what
I
is
love
going on? Like that was just
Yeah.
a dumb name I gave it, and then Pear
Ran with it.
every time runs with it, puts it in the lyrics, finds some way. Like even for Drown, like Drown, what is going on?
Wrong
A
side.
bunch of others, Wrong Side. Like I name all those before any lyrics were.
You just come up with like phrases, and you're
Yeah.
like, we're gonna write around that one. Today.
Exactly.
We literally did not rename any of the songs you've heard so far, and there was only one on the full album that did get renamed, and that was just initially that's how it went.
We literally have a group
and we
notes
changed our
where
mind after
we're
that.
just random names, and if anybody just pops in someone's mind, we just put in the notes.
And the
Oh, you
shared
guys do
list.
that too?
Yeah.
I have like a notes app too, where it's just like random phrases I feel like would be good song titles or album names.
It's like almost 100
It's like at
titles
70,
long
so
now.
70 or 80.
Yeah.
Do you guys have like any examples, or do you want to keep them under wraps until the project?
Which one that we're probably not going to use that we're going to use?
Oh my god. no.
Crying at the Orgy.
That was you. That was all you.
Yeah, that one.
I'm still on the board for that one, to be honest. I'm just waiting for you to write lyrics to that, to be honest.
Probably won't happen. Sorry to break your heart.
As you can't rhyme anything with orgy.
Yeah, we got Magic School Bus, Diet Cherry Cocktails,
Who wrote that one?
Ducky Momo.
Oh, that was me. That was
Ducky Momo.
that was-
I'm gonna
Tyreek
say about
Hill's
half
soundtrack.
of these were yours. Half of these. You said Tyreek Hill's soundtrack.
Yeah.
These two love football, by the way. So
oh, yeah.
there might be some football references and titles eventually,
For sure.
which
Today's opening day.
I know.
Not to date this episode,
But,
but yeah, today's
First
preseason
pregame.
kickoff. Yeah.
he was gonna wear his jersey to this,
Which jersey
and
do
then
you
he
have?
didn't.
I had my Wagner one on.
Nice. So glad he's back.
I know, yeah. I almost pulled out the Cam Chancellor one, but that one's white. I didn't want to get it dirty.
He wouldn't let me come into the state with the jersey I have.
Which one?
I have a Steelers jersey.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
a Steelers
no.
fan.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
No.
Trying to plan on going to the New Year's Eve game of Steelers
they're
and
coming to
Seahawks.
town this year.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Yep. Can't wait
We're
to get
never
trash
going to
thrown
be
at
able
me.
to play in Seattle again after people hear this.
God, I hate that fucking team.
Yeah.
Me too. I'm sure.
Okay, so what do you guys? So are you guys still planning for anything after this, like next like spate of tours and openings, or are you guys gonna kind of do this, get the feeler out for how people respond to your music and regroup, or what do you guys feel will be coming like in 2024?
So we already have a bunch of plans
Okay.
that we're building for after the Invent show. Because the Invent show, that's kind of the last thing we have planned for this year for sure. Maybe there's a chance that we'll do something else by the end of the year. We've been working on maybe doing some covers, maybe some other stuff. And I mean, who knows? There could be a chance we play another show by the end of the year. But I mean, I found myself with a bit extra free time lately, so you know, maybe I can make some of this stuff happen. But next year, we are for sure going to be releasing some original music early in the year. Think it's okay for me to talk about the date we were gonna put the stuff out.
Oh, sure.
February 29th, we're releasing another song.
Okay, cool.
And
Yeah.
it's a once in every 4 years opportunity, you know. We were like,
Okay, I did not. When you first said like, okay, there is no 29th next year, but there is.
oh, there is.
It's a leap year next year.
It's a leap year next year.
Okay. All right. Cool. That works. I like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick. So, rest of the year we're planning on filming music video for that and a few other things, so we can like put it out there and make it be like a thing, a big thing. And the song is actually one we're gonna be playing when we're playing our shows, touring and stuff. So,
Okay.
you know, anybody that gets to see us will get to hear it early.
One of them's already sold out, from what I know.
Yeah, the Invent show.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
that
mean-
sold out within the first week.
Yeah,
Jeez.
which is insane. They gave us like 35 pre-sale tickets as a band to sell, which we sold all of them.
Yeah.
But online it sold out. Like the band headlining is a touring band that has been going at it for years. They released their 4th album this year, and it's like incredible.
Yeah.
Like he says it's one of his favorite
It-
albums this year. He says it's gonna be his album of the year.
It is. I think it's the album of the year for me.
You said it was making noise in metal groups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What's the name of the album?
It's
Heavener.
Heavener. Okay. Heavener by Invent Animate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's so good. It is so good.
Yeah. I think it's probably their best release to date. I mean, especially with their newer vocalist.
Yeah. No, it's no surprise that show sold out. I'm not shocked. I have friends that are going to that were going to go to it whether or not we were playing it. They'd already bought tickets when we announced that we were playing. And I told them, and they were like, "Oh shit, I was going to be there anyway. I get to see you play. That's sick."
Yeah.
So,
Oh, you get to play that too.
yeah.
Yeah. But it's kind of funny with that, with Invent Animate. One of the songs we have writing for the next upcoming album that we have in the future, that I wrote, the co-writer of that song toured with Invent Animate as their drummer.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that I wrote the vocals over, and that's why
Yeah.
he joined the band. So,
Excellent.
pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
bunch of small world stuff going on there.
Yeah.
So you guys are basically touring most of the Northwest. You guys are going to Sacramento.
And then Chico, Medford, and then Portland.
Okay.
Yeah, that tour unfortunately isn't hitting Seattle because the other bands were like,
It's been hard to get a lot of bands out here lately.
I mean, I'd say the weather is pretty hard. Like when it gets down to the fall, the weather gets pretty
Oh,
bad
yeah.
there, and I'd like want to reduce the amount of like accidents. You know.
That
Yeah.
was part of it, but also going an extra couple days, and they'd have to drive all the way back down to California. And Idle actually from Nevada, so they'd have to drive all the way back to
Yeah.
Nevada. And driving from Portland to there was so much easier for them, so they were like, "I'm sorry, guys, we can't."
We're in
And
Nevada.
I'm not mad about
They're
it.
from like the Reno area.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
good friends with them about a couple of years now. So that's kind of like how they asked us to go on tour with them, which is pretty
yeah.
nice.
Yeah. No, I've done the drive from Reno to Seattle. It's brutal.
Yeah.
It's super brutal.
Sounds pretty bad.
I mean, the first band I interviewed, Memoir, they're from Vegas. They made the trip up here. It
Oh yeah,
was,
I've heard of them.
they're really good, really cool guys. But shout out if you guys are still, if you guys check in every now and then.
Yeah.
But yeah, that drive is absolutely brutal. But yeah, I've noticed like a lot of bands, even for their summer tours, have skipped us.
Yeah,
Like
it's
they'll go to like
brutal.
like
It's a
not
huge
even anywhere
bummer.
close. They won't even go to Portland.
Yeah.
No, like on that, like I was gonna go see the Word Alive next week.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to get to go to Vegas for free, get lodging and everything, and then a bunch of stuff happened, and I don't have a job anymore, and that job was what was going to take me there.
Hmm.
And Wednesday, the Word Alive was playing in Vegas, and I was like so stoked to go because they're not coming here.
Yeah.
You just come
They're
see
not
me.
touring here, and he's trying to get us to go to Sacramento
Yeah.
on Friday because they're going to playing in San Francisco on Friday, and he's like 2 hours from there,
Yeah.
which maybe I've been thinking about it, but
Do it.
it just
do
would have been
it.
it would have been so cool
Do
to see him in Vegas, and a little bummed about it because it was also supposed to be the day after my birthday, which is in a week, actually 5 days. Who's counting?
Happy birthday, pair. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thanks guys.
Coolest manager I ever had, by the way.
I tried.
So as a group right now, you guys have been together for, I mean, I know you guys have been at this since 2016, but the three of you have been together officially since
It's actually, we announced officially a year today.
a year today.
A year today. It came up on my memories today on Facebook, and it was a year today.
Oh,
But we
awesome.
started like getting together and just talking about things about a year and a half ago.
Yeah, about a
Yeah.
year and a half ago, because it was like February or something that you had me
Yeah.
sent that song to me. So
Mhm.
in 2022, and that was a really quick turnaround because we went and filmed a music video 2 months after that.
Yeah.
or at
Okay.
least part of a music video was the Drown music video,
Yeah.
which we then went and filmed more a year after that, and then more a couple months after that.
Yeah.
It took way too long to get that done.
Where did
which-
you guys film that video, by the way?
Part of it was filmed at a like warehouse-ish place down in Tacoma.
Mm-hmm.
And then another portion, 2 different times we went to this place in the Soto district here in Seattle. Super cool, like, venue. It's supposed to be like a boudoir shoot kind of place.
Mm-hmm.
But we co-opted it for a metal music video,
Yeah.
which was kind of cool. And the owner, the lady who runs it, rented it out to us. I actually sent her the music video the other day because I'd forgotten to do it when I released it, and she was like, "Oh my god, that's so amazing!" So that was kind of cool. So
Yeah. Shout out to Kyle for the video.
yeah. Kyle Olthoff, awesome, amazing videographer. I can comfortably recommend him. Turnaround time, not amazing. Communication can be a little off, but in the end, like, he did amazing work, and we got it when we wanted it, and
He delivered.
he delivered exactly what we had expected. So would love to work with him again
Yeah.
for more. He also did our band photos in the very short time that Brad was in the band. So
Was that the mini golf drummer guy?
yeah. Yeah.
One of my favorite stories.
Yeah.
We love you, Brad, if you see this.
Yeah, we do.
But yeah, I mean, Parker and Brad get together a lot, so they're pretty close friends. So it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Parker's the current drummer now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And he's got his own other band called Favism that,
Is also playing
Is-
that pastel show.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and they're also really sick.
I have seen them live. They're really,
Yeah.
really good. Yeah.
Yeah, we were at
Mm-hmm.
what, 2 shows where they both played?
Yeah, back to back.
Yeah.
Yep. So, what would you guys say has like been your like greatest milestone together as of a year ago? So from a year ago to now, what's been like your like what achievement are you most proud of?
Getting stuff out, honestly, because I mean, the music that's out now, most of it was finished in 2020.
Really?
Yeah.
During pandemic or like coming out of pandemic?
During
Just
like
in the middle of it.
Before.
August.
Before that.
What?
A lot of that was before the pandemic.
Well, no, but we recorded all with Josh during, because we recorded in your garage.
Yeah, but all
over
the songs
internet.
were written.
Oh yeah,
mo-
like, everything was
a while
written
ago.
prior to COVID hitting, but during the pandemic, we recorded the final vocals and everything, and kept going back and touching it up and touching it up and touching it up before we finally got the actual final masters and got to finally release it.
I think the biggest milestone is like watching this band grow, because like I remember like hearing about it before I joined, and it's like it just needs to grow. And the fact that how much it's grown within a year, I mean, I don't think any of us were expecting to like play with Invent Animate or later this year, or go on tour for 4 days, and then play a show as well. So I don't think any of us were expecting that, or as well as like dropping 3 singles within a year. So I think growing has been the biggest milestone. Just watching like just things happen. You know, we can only do so much. I mean, with nowadays with marketing and promoting as much as we can, but where it's at now, I'm just genuinely proud of.
You got anything, Justin?
No, but yeah, thanks. Austin does all of that, so thank you, because I have no idea how to promote or do anything.
I'm doing some of it.
It's
And
okay.
there,
It's
everybody
okay. I just
but
can't
me.
play bass, you know.
You're just the bassist.
Yeah.
The bassist admits he can't play bass.
It's all about the notes you don't play, from what I hear.
Yeah,
All those ghost
exactly.
notes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I went through everything here already. Uh-oh. My laptop doesn't want to work anymore.
Oh.
Oh no. That's never
So,
good.
do you guys have any just like horror stories of like trying to get something together, like going out and trying to like do promotion, or trying to record something, or just like a nightmare writing session?
Oh yeah. Not, I think personally, like in this specific band, but in previous bands, I've had so many issues with like recording. Like my last band's, before my other band, it was Nova Fracture, which was from here. When I used to live here in 2019, everything was recorded on the spot.
Really?
Yeah, written and recorded. Vocals, everything, drums, all in the same day. And it was just a mess.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Some of it turned out okay, but not that exact stuff.
The existence didn't turn out okay. I wish it
Yeah.
never existed.
Yeah.
It should have been in someone else's brains or hands.
Hey, Josh did what he could.
Josh is the greatest.
Yeah. Shout out to Josh Wildhorn. Man is a brilliant producer, and he has helped not only us but tons of other Seattle bands like get their stuff out from their brain to sound.
I genuinely think he carries most of the local scene, to be honest, as far as their sound.
Lately, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his band, Designer Disguise, they are the homies. We absolutely love them. And just they helped, the whole band really helped us with what we've got coming. So, you know. But as for horror stories, I mean, the worst we've had is just trying to get everybody to meet up so we can practice. Like, writing, this man just writes. He just sits there and something comes to his brain. He's like, oh, gotta record this.
Yeah.
And then he sends it to me and I'm like, oh, I have lyrics. Let's go. And then, you know, it's the easiest thing ever. We mesh so well. And it feels really good. But
Yeah.
timing, planning things for
Whenever I come.
actually meeting up, it's bad. Bad. Everybody's got their own time schedule that just doesn't seem to work with everybody else's. So hopefully that starts to change.
Yeah.
So like, we got you two guys from Seattle, Sacramento. The drummer is also not from Seattle, is he, or is he not?
Olympia.
He's in
Olympia?
Olympia, so
Close
he's
enough.
not that far.
Close enough.
not that close.
Yeah, as I say, Olympia is still a bit of a drive.
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
We drove down there on Monday or Tuesday
Okay.
to do practice with him, and it was a mob. It was a mob.
Yeah.
So, and the other guy lives in Everett, so
Okay.
It's not too bad.
Not that
far.
bad, but we haven't seen him in months, to be honest.
Sometimes I forget he'd exist in the band.
Yeah, unfortunately.
We should check on him. See if he's still is he still kicking or
Oh yeah.
I mean,
every
we heard
time
from
I
him the other day.
every time I pop up on TikTok,
We just haven't seen him.
Rabbit is online. Oh, okay. At least we know exists.
he's around.
Yeah, he's doing his rabbit things.
Justin, any horror stories from maybe a past life or
Not really.
No?
It's I don't know. I just
His life has been a musical,
yeah, I just
like one of the happy-go-lucky ones.
You want to talk about the last time I was here
what happened?
Mamma Mia.
when we edible?
Oh,
No. But yeah, no. Our it's I don't really have any stories, but like I try to not get stressed out with like just with like everyday stuff. So I stop. Yeah, I as Pear said, like I just sit down and like write something. Usually I'm inspired by like some chord progression that I hear in some pop song or something, and I sit down and figure that out. But then stuff keeps coming to me, so I record that. But yeah, I don't really have horror stories. Yeah, the main horror story is just like getting everybody's schedules to line up,
Yeah.
because that never seems to work out. Some people are working mornings, and yeah, it just doesn't seem to.
Some
Or all
people
day.
live
Collect.
700 miles away.
Exactly. Some people are Steelers fans.
God, I can't stand it.
how did that happen?
What do you mean how did it happen?
You lived in Seattle, you lived in Sacramento, but you're a Steelers fan somehow?
Yeah, my uncle is a huge Steelers fan, and so I started like watching games with him when I was younger. It was the year before the Packers and the Steelers went head on to the Super Bowl, and it just kind of like happened, you know. I didn't really like have a team to follow. I mean, I could have been a Seahawks fan, but the house I grew up in is a mess. We have like my mother being a Raiders fan, my father being a Cowboys fan, and then my uncle that lived there at the time was a Seahawks fan. So it's like clashing every time. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be the odd one out too.
Oh my
See,
goodness.
I don't care for football very much.
He's a
But
Seahawks
when
fan.
I was 9 years
He's a
old,
Packers fan. Look at the shoes.
when I was 9 years old, the Seahawks went to the Super Bowl
Mhm.
versus the Steelers.
Yep,
Yep.
hate the Steelers.
And
We stole it.
lost.
It was great.
and I was
Horrible officiating.
yeah. No, I hated the Steelers after
I think it
that
was fair and
because,
square.
You know, they stole it. They stole the game. It's in their name. you know,
Steelers.
so-
Yeah.
It's okay. You guys had your one-hit wonder recently with Russell.
Was it recently?
No,
It was 2000.
it feels like it was yesterday.
10
like-
years ago?
It was like basically 10 years after the first time they made it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's
At
like
least
that's
they-
a game I watched.
At least they were able to keep the Cardinals away from the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So they could have done that for us. Oh, well. Were you, like, just eating a whole ass lasagna a
Yes.
second ago?
Yes, I was.
We can't take him
I
anywhere. I swear,
absolutely
we
was.
cannot take him anywhere.
Every time.
I saw from the corner of my eye he was opening something. I was like, all right. He's just checking on it. It's like, that's lasagna. There's no way he's going to eat that right now. That's not an eatable food in this kind of situation. No, he just went for it.
That's fair.
I brought
we
a
can't
fork
take this
for a
man
reason.
anywhere.
That's
You know,
Like a metal fork.
not a plastic
Yeah, it's a metal
fork. Like
fork.
You have a metal fork? Where do you get a metal fork from?
my kitchen.
Oh my
At
god.
home?
I'm going to an interview. Let me bring my lasagna.
I was thinking that on
Hey,
the
I
way to like
microwaved it
here.
like
I was
20
like,
minutes
I
before
was
we
like,
left.
why do you have lasagna in you? Why didn't you eat this beforehand?
I had other things to do. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You need your beauty sleep.
Yes.
Thank God you're the vocalist. If you weren't,
Brought a metal fork. Oh my god.
that fork is more metal than us.
I don't even know where any plastic forks
I
are
have
at my
plastic
house. It's
forks in my
fine.
car.
I'd rather use have a metal fork than a plastic fork. Save the environment.
I thought you guys just went to like lunch or something before this. Nope, you just
No, that's
brought
just leftovers.
lasagna from your house.
Yeah, we haven't eaten.
Leftovers, yeah.
Utensils also.
We're gonna
from
eat
your
after
house.
this, and we're gonna
Yeah.
watch Tim. We're gonna eat in front of Pear.
Yeah. Well, he's with his
It's only
lasagna.
20 minutes from here, you know. fine. It's fine. So
Oh, goodness gracious. I mean, September 3rd can't come quick. It is September 3rd. I have that right. Yes, I do.
yes,
Yeah.
September 3rd.
And you guys have the decency to
excited.
play on a weekend. Oh, my goodness.
Labor
I
Day
can't-
weekend. Labor
it's
Day
a
weekend.
Sunday, but
I-
I guess a lot of people have the day off after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
People
It
with
works out.
People with real jobs.
With
Justin.
normal hours.
I have at
Yes.
least normal hours.
we are angry with you
What did I do?
for having normal hours. Not you.
Oh.
These guys all
You're
work
fine,
like all
you're
hours
fine.
of the day. I have a normal 7 to 3.
Not anymore. I don't.
That's okay. I'll have messy
I'm the
hours
most
with a
consistent
multi-billion-dollar
one.
company.
What do you do, Justin?
Behavior therapy.
Okay.
So I like work with mostly like autistic individuals in school.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's
He's
very
got a
cool.
very important job.
That makes sense that he does have normal hours. Then. You can't
Yeah.
be doing that at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
on the weekends.
Yeah.
Need
I mean,
rest.
4 a.m. kind of sounds pretty good if I could fall asleep before 2 a.m.
That's been the problem I have. Like, I can't go to bed early. I can't force myself to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you basically probably sleep through the weekends.
I know. So many
Sounds-
shows I've seen lately have just been like a Wednesday at 4 p.m. I'm like, why and how? How am I supposed to make that?
Yeah, I know.
I've had to leave shows early because it's just like, it's 10 p.m. I need to go to bed. I
Bedtime.
cannot be here.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, it's been a few. I've been in out with you that I'm like, where'd you go? And you're like, oh, I went home. And I'm like, dang, that sucks.
It's bedtime.
I had to be up in 4 hours.
Yeah, on one hand, it sounds great because then you're off work at like 1.
Yeah, I get off at 12:30.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
But the other hand, you got to be up before 4 so you can get to work at 4, and that sounds terrible.
I was falling asleep before you guys got here. I was getting EP.
Yeah.
I was just nodding off. I was like, I hope
Well-
they get here within the next 10 minutes or else I'm going to be dead ass asleep.
Happy to keep you awake.
I'm good now. I
That's
feel
good.
great.
Good to hear.
I feel great now.
Brought you some energy.
Some lasagna with a metal fork.
Oh my gosh.
You want some?
No,
No.
no, I don't want lasagna and a metal fork. Goodness. Okay, so I mean, I could rattle, but I'd rather you guys go ahead and rattle it off. You guys know better than I do. Where are you playing? When are you playing? From now till the end of the Idle Mind tour, with Invent Animate in between.
After.
After.
Okay, so from September 3rd to Invent Animate, where are you guys going? What are you guys doing?
Well, so tomorrow we've got that song coming out. What is going on? It's going to be certified banger. And then September 3rd, we are playing at the Funhouse with Pastel Faces, Favism, Defier, and Anthems.
Correct.
And all of those bands are sick. I can't wait to be playing with all of them. And then
The next one would be the Sacramento show at Old Ironsides.
more about that
It's
than me.
with Vice Versa, Safe Haven, Idle Minds, Async Atlantis. There's one other one. I
thought there were only 5 on the bill.
I think you're right. I think there's 5. I think there's one more. I remember seeing one more.
I think that's the Chico show.
No.
Huh.
Oh, we'll see.
Well, either way, day after that's Chico, and all I know is we're playing with Idle Mind and Async Atlantis.
To be honest, that's as far as I know too.
Haven't been keeping track of everything. Medford, the day after that, that's September 23rd. And then Portland's on September 24th. And we're really hoping that goes through because the venue has been dropping shows lately
Oh, no.
for
Was it the Portland date?
different bands.
Oh, I
Huh?
thought it was. I didn't know if it was the Portland or Medford one.
No, it's the Portland date. It's the Mano Occulta.
I think that's like what I was talking about, like a last minute one yesterday or
So-
practice.
That's been interesting. And then October 18th, we are opening for Void of Vision, Throne, Invent Animate, and
Aviana.
So that's going to be really sick. But that's also at the
On a
Funhouse.
Wednesday.
And it's on a Wednesday. And it's...
Damn it.
Yeah. And it's... That venue is so small.
It is. It's very
For the band that's headlining that show, it just does not make any sense to anyone that I know. But it's happening.
I mean, it could be
And,
also one of those things that's like one of the only available venues they have around that time, or it's, or
yes, but
they're also like, this is their first time like headlining. They're on full U.S. tour.
yeah.
And then most of the bands that are playing, they're from out of country. So all the ones that are from out of country, this is their first time in the U.S.
Yeah.
So
Well, they have El Corazon right next to it, which is a lot more roomier. of a
Significantly.
venue.
Significantly. I don't know why they're not playing.
Just swap
There,
over to the other side of the building, essentially.
Oh.
I mean, it's still enough time for them to upgrade it, to be honest.
Yeah, it's still a couple months away, so we got time.
Yeah.
But absolutely, I'll be putting links to all those shows, all those tours, their music video for Drowned. It's a music video dropping tomorrow.
It's just like a
Visualizer.
A visualizer?
that this man designs, because
Very nice.
he just does that.
It's insane.
Absolute wizard.
I haven't even seen the visualizer yet.
I'm gonna be honest.
I've
I
seen the
have
clip
made it
that
a
we've
point.
posted on
I've made it a
Instagram,
point not to have them
and
see
that's it. That's all I've seen.
I want them to be really
So-
confused when they see it.
I thought you were
Well,
about-
the song's called "What Is Going On," so I expect to be confused.
I thought you were about to say, to be honest, I haven't seen it either. I'm like, what do you mean you haven't seen it either? You've been working on it, right?
Yeah.
He's been very, very drunk every single time.
He's working on it.
Yeah. Obviously.
Have I? Have I?
He doesn't
Have I?
remember.
Have I? Have I been drunk?
I need to check a double premiere when I get home. I don't know what I put into that thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the links will be there.
Oh my god.
I can't wait to see you guys. Any locals listening to this, please come on out. The September 3rd
please.
show tickets are still available.
Yeah, tickets are
Yeah.
still available for that. They're like $10 pre-sale, and
As for all the dates between Sacramento and Portland for that tour with Idle Minds,
Mm-hmm.
those are all available as well. Go check them out. All great bands, really good sound here. Before we head out, was there any other shout outs you guys want to do before we peace out for today?
I can't think of anything. You got
I'll shout out Idle Minds for taking us on tour.
true
Risking
facts.
and rolling the dice for like a new band that just came out this year to play a tour with them. So I think that's pretty sick. This isn't their first tour run, so they're pretty on the boat about that.
Nice.
But it's nice
And-
that they let us do that.
Speaking of shout out for putting us on, the owner of El Corazon,
Dana.
Funhouse,
Dana.
Dana, like, we just asked if we could play with him and Animate, and he was like, "All right, can you guys sell tickets?" I don't know if we want to put a brand new band on this that hasn't played any shows, and we're like, we can do it, and he's like, okay, here you go,
The fact that all of these
and
like everybody's just like rolling the dice with us. It's kind of what it's been like this entire year,
it feels
and kind of
good.
like giving us this opportunity. It's like we were not expecting any of this. Like I said, it's just like it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
and
Yes.
Justin's like,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Shout out to two of my buddies, Neil and Royce. They're two of my greatest inspirations for playing guitar. Because Royce was actually the one who sent me to college with his guitar.
he was
Told me
also
to
in the
learn.
band originally when I
Yeah.
joined.
And Neil does a bunch of ridiculous solos on our songs. So
Neil did the solo
He's-
on Wrong Side, and
What Is Going On?
in What Is Going On, there are some there's a surprise.
yeah. So those guys are
For
two of
Neil.
my greatest inspirations. So
Nice.
They're also really great dudes.
they are.
Right. I'm looking forward to seeing everything. The visualizer tomorrow. The show's all the way out until late October?
Mid-October, yeah.
Mid October. Are you saying October's mid? Kind of is.
The only good day in October is the 31st.
What happens
No.
then?
I forgot.
Aftershock Festival. That's the greatest. That is the
Shock.
greatest. I live 20 minutes from the festival,
Nice.
and it's gonna be nice getting hammered and then just going straight home.
And then working on your visualizer.
What visualizer?
Oh no.
What
I
visual-
don't think you work
which,
on the visualizer.
Which,
guys.
which song? Which song was this? Which song was this?
Send it, I guess.
It's okay. I actually remember what the file name is for the visualizer for coming out tomorrow. It is literally this butt stuff. I am so bad at naming stuff in my files. My heart
Justin is so good at it, though.
But
No.
underscore stuff.
yeah,
That
pretty
one.
much.
Send it.
It may or not be the actual video. Who knows?
We'll see.
Yeah.
So avant-garde. It's not even the right song.
Also, shout out to Bless the Fall for putting on a sick show on Sunday.
Absolutely.
Oh, that was sick.
Absolutely.
That was so good.
I wasn't at that one, but I was at the other one.
And it was cool to see Caskets again because they played in Seattle like a year ago, and then they played in Seattle again on Sunday. And they're from the UK, so it was their second time in the States, and I've seen them both times.
I'm glad like international acts are still coming to Seattle because the domestic ones certainly aren't anymore.
It's really annoying.
It's so mind-boggling. I can't understand it. But this place is nice, guys, especially in the summer. Come up with. I understand the winter. Got it. It's nice here in the
This
summer.
has been like a pretty like chill summer for like the last couple of summers I've seen, especially here and in California. Like it hasn't even passed 110 at all in California, which is crazy because like last year and the year before, it was like 113, 117. And there's not even that many fires this year.
Which is good.
Yes.
It's very good. The fires have been scary.
Yeah.
So on the note of no more fires, we'll end on a good note.
Last shout out to my sister and my brother-in-law, Morgan and Tommy. They're amazing musicians, and my brother-in-law, awesome sound engineer, and he's given me a lot of tools and tips to use.
And this man's got to play drums for his sister in June at a
Yes.
festival.
Yes.
And got paid to eat and go to parties and
Yes.
stuff.
Morgan Clay,
And
CLAE.
Your life is a musical.
I'm that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This man,
Are they coming to the show in
This man-
Sacramento?
Yes, yeah.
Shout out to them making that drive.
Yeah,
That is not.
LA.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
6-hour drive.
Ooh,
from LA. Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that drive before and
I
back.
have to.
It's
Yeah, because you're from California.
Yeah, I've made that drive. I went to a wedding in Sacramento a couple years ago. That drive, I can't remember what the name of the. It's not the 5. Is it the 5?
Yeah.
I mean, the 5 goes
there's
all the way
there's
from
two.
LA to
There's a 5 and
here.
then there's 80.
Yeah, taking the 5 from LA to Sacramento is brutal. It is just there's a good 3-hour stretch of just no turns, nothing.
When you get into like Bakersfield area,
Yeah.
you're game over.
I did that drive too. I went from here, Seattle, to Riverside, California.
Oh yep.
Same thing. Brutal. So yeah, shout out to them. That's gonna be
It's gonna
get
be
some
fun.
podcasts.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Yeah.
All right.
Oh man,
Okay.
it's gonna be a good year.
Thanks again for coming on. I've waited a long time for this. I'm so happy I finally got you guys on. So
Yeah.
happy if we can see you guys play.
Yeah.
I wish you guys all the best of luck. It seems like you guys are going places.
Thank
And,
you.
Thank you.
I think we are.
And yeah,
So
so
thanks for letting us
Yeah.
come on.
of course, anytime.
Appreciate you, Jake. You are the homie.
I try my best. GameStop forever. Well, maybe not GameStop forever anymore.
I mean, I don't hate the company. I don't hate the company.
Should have heard what I said when I yesterday.
Let's not hear that. We'll do that off air.
Next one.
All right.
He said thanks, Dad, or hey, Dad, how was work? And I'm like,
Too soon.
What work?
That's what I said.
I was
Anyway.
like, oh my gosh.
we'll let you finish.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll put all the links below. Hopefully, we'll see you September 3rd. Take it easy, everyone.